Yo, welcome back to Project Jira. This is another video here with the 15th episode of the second marathon. What we're doing right now is covering Vtube Studio, and I found a way to calm myself down by slowing down my processing and my thinking, and my behavior. Feels really good. Anyways, this is the relief shelter for those without a home, without family, or are just seeking refuge, a digital space for you to go in case you're fleeing harassment, abuse, and all sorts of trials of life. And while you are here, of course, what we do, this is like a slice of life integration of animated virtual reality plus IRL in real life stuff combined together. And in this particular video of the second marathon, we're covering, on a related note, virtual reality, virtual YouTubers and creators and so on and so forth. Not the creators themselves, but specifically the software. So we're not talking about, I've heard of things like, back in the day it was like AI-chan a couple years ago, and now there's like all these organizations like HoloLive and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the software and what you can do to create one if you want to do it yourself. So we have Vtube Studio here, over from Steam, and then we're going to, after that, if we can find a way to transition over to, I think, VR Studio, that would be also interesting. No, Vroid Studio. So two softwares, Vtube Studio and Vroid Studio. One is from Steam, one is not, it's just free. And then afterwards, if we have any time left, we can cover something that covers rigging. So hopefully we can do everything in this video. So you can see here, install Vtube Studio. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Steam is now downloading Vtube Studio. You can track the progress of this download in the Steam downloads view, automatically exit and restart Steam, and download and resume. So we have finished this. I actually don't like the little, it's got this little weird cutesy, look at this pic here. I dislike this. I really don't. It's like, it makes it very, very niche. I understand that the whole VTubing thing is a very niche thing anyways, so they have to market it like that, but I can't get behind that kind of stuff. So just remove it. It looks so bad, dude. NRA launched Vtube Studio for the first time. Small update, patch notes, Vtube Studio 1.24.12. You see the games here that I used to play. I've never actually downloaded from Steam, but Able Story, Old School RuneScape, Guns 2, Certain Duel Vindictus, something I wanted to try. So we had on-roll launch Vtube Studio for the first time, small update, downloads, blah-de-da. And what I'm going to do now is just, my God, I hate that picture so bad. We can close it, just close it. View my profile, launch, store, library, community. There's my profile here as well. Maybe I should leave this open and update it. You know what? If we have a chance, we may actually leave this here. Take a screenshot. Groups, friends, inventories. The reason why I don't usually go to Steam to update anything at all is because before you can actually do anything with Steam, there are so many things locked away unless you actually have your first purchase of $5, and I'm not going to buy anything, so I have no intention. So information, here's the bio, right? It's outdated. Link removed. Wow, they removed all the links. Info. Welcome to the annual project, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just close this. Or, well, close it, not maximize it. And what you'll see here on the side is, oh, I shouldn't have closed it. Steam. Hold on a second. Never mind, we're not going to close it. We have to launch it from inside of Steam. So it's downloaded, and I just can't get used to that. So we're going to click launch and synchronizing. And most likely right now, because we have OBS Studio on display scene, this will hopefully capture the entire scene here. And stop or run. We click launch. I don't see anything happening. It's possible that, there we go. Made with Unity. So what most likely I thought was going to happen was that because it's a full screen application software interface, it was not going to work. I can see right now that it's either lagging really badly or it's not very functional. If it doesn't work, that's fine. I can go run through a little bit to you what it looks like from my previous experience. Basically, it's this really kind of bubbly sort of 2D interface. Oh, there we go. We can see it now. So Vtube Studio by DenchiSoft version 1.2 to 4.12, powered by OpenCFace by Emiliana_VT. Okay, so using 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi for face streaming and cost connection to lag. Right, please make sure you have fast Wi-Fi. Doesn't matter because I'm not ever going to stream using this. I'm never going to do that. The models included in this app belong to Live2D Incorporated, so respect the licensing agreement, of course. If you click the more info, it leads you there. All right, so you can see here, before this, it was actually just a blank screen with that 2D graphic design, and then there was a prompt, a graphic interface that showed up asking whether or not you want to upload or download or update the copyright information or any assets online from other users who created content. Anyways, I'm created models and backgrounds. But you can see that I've already played around with it a little bit. So we have these on the left-hand side here. And you can see this incredibly taxing background right now. It's basically a very realistic video shot. Here are the characters, import your model or unload a model. And you have the default characters. And I don't like any of these because once again, if you couldn't tell, I'm not a big fan of the whole, it's weird, man. Like really young girl, like, come on, no. Even the pet's kind of weird, man. Honestly. So how to move a model, you click and drag. To upscale, just scroll. Teaching you how to do it. You can drag it around. You can click the control button. I think the reason why I can't do that is because I have OBS Studio. That's why there's some conflicts with the commands. But you can click the filters and switch between them. I'm not gonna hop over to those models. I'm sorry. You can see why I didn't use this. I didn't want to use this. Basically, I wanted to experiment. And then I was not too surprisingly disappointed because this is not exactly what I really want to use. Background colors like background 1, 2, 3, 4. You have like all the peaceful park, Wan Matsuri, all that kind of stuff. So this one's a lot less taxing. Maybe we'll leave it here. It's kind of cute as well. Create a new scene item, but I don't really want to use this. Okay, you have some locked items, locked features here. Model movement locked. Because it's a premium feature or something like that. This is way too bubbly. I can't. Thank you. Getting rid of the characters. So what we have here, the general configuration. So now we finally get to interesting stuff. So hide the Vtube Studio logo, write to log file, lock screen rotation, remember the scene, show controls. You can set the GPU priority, reset config, and it goes all the way down. So we can start Vtube Studio at startup, connection settings, a new instance, USB settings. So yeah, I guess you can do a portable thing. Mouse input configuration, X and Y, microphone settings, right? Preview. I'm not going to play around with this because I have OBS Studio running right now. You have parameters, the frequency, the voice frequency as well. You can manipulate that if you want. Turns out you can make different Japanese voices here. I probably should have tried that before doing that right now. Before starting this video, sorry. It would have been a lot more interesting. Valid for, and you can connect your Twitch account. Interesting. Again, not something I'm interested in, but definitely, I don't know, we'll consider what we can do with this because we already have a model that's in 3D. Then we have at the very top left, you can see that that's actually just the settings. We can do more. Go over here and it switches over to Wanko Live 2D model. So it's covering the basic character here. Auto setup, the white, fix the white outlines, send model to phone. So you can actually start to do this kind of VTubing stuff on your phone. Movement config, XYZ, axis, physics, frame rate, match app, wind strength, dragging physics, left, right, face rotation, so on and so forth. All these details. Of course, the eyes, the face leaning forward, into it, behind. And then, of course, how much is it going to move by, plus or minus distance number in terms of number of pixels, I'm assuming. I'm not sure. Eye movement, right or left. The mouth smiling, so you can figure all this stuff. It takes a lot of time to get through this, I'm pretty sure, but that's what you have to do if you want to rig a model, basically. You're doing a face rig, apparently. So hotkey settings, use the keyboard hotkeys, send hotkeys to PC, use screen button hotkeys, blah, blah, blah. Opacity, expression editor as well. And you can create a new expression and so on and so forth. And I wonder what it looks like here. So position Y, Precision X. Double tap to what? Expand the eye angle. Parameter. Oh, moves his head left and right. Okay, interesting. So you'd have to go through all these things here and breath. Change all the variables here. Body angle, going up and down. Really interesting stuff. And you can see it's coded in what is a JSON file, .json. I don't know what it means. I think that means JavaScript, but clearly I don't know my shit very well. Okay, when it comes to coding. So what do you want to do? What I want to do now is basically leave. Okay, I can see also that down there is a folder. So where you want to save all your assets. And I think that's about it for this, because once again, this is only going to be functional for 2D models. I do like the fact that you can select the language. Chinese, Espanol, Dutch, Svenska, so Swedish, Korean, Indonesia, Bahasa, okay, and so on and so forth. Russian as well, Malay, Finnish, Suomi. Yeah, so this would be very useful if I want to convert into a Japanese voiceover. I don't think we're going to end up doing that. What I'm going to do now is explain to you something really funny, and it's that I basically don't know how to exit from this program without literally alt-tabbing and then just closing it. So this is why I do usually to leave, because I don't know how else to do it, man. I really don't know how else. The moment it defaults to this screen in the backdrop you see right there, where it's just a background, for some reason I can't do anything anymore. And so I just close it like this by alt-tabbing out and then closing it like that. All right, so now my computer should be doing a little bit better now. Let's see how long it took. 15 minutes maybe. 11 minutes and recording still. All right, so what we can do now is, since we showed VR Studio and we mentioned that we're not really interested in using Vtube Studio, we're just gonna close it here. There are no friends chat, guys. We only use Steam to get access to the profile. That's about it. There's a little pop-up here. I actually want to close this as well. Settings. Yeah, settings, group. Oh, interesting. Chat, friends list, size and scaling, notifications, voice, so on and so forth. Input, output. So there's all this kind of stuff that you would, I guess nowadays everyone uses Discord, so this kind of stuff is kind of pointless. Steam's kind of obsolete now. But you can change, you can use different input devices, increase the volume, compact favorites, notifications when a friend joins a game, chat, so on and so forth. Don't embed images, friends list, so on and so forth. Okay, close this crap. Online nickname, feed. Okay. All right, so Steam is done. Vtube Studio is done. What we want to do now, hop over very quickly. I want to mention here on the bottom right, there's basically my anti-malware, anti-software, and it highlighted the fact that webcam void, which we just covered in a previous video. So you can see here, use the different webcam sources, and we went through the filter effects and the plugins.